Good morning, seventh graders. This is Mr. Infante speaking. So today's agenda will be origins of the political parties in the United States, why we have a two-party governmental system, brain pop worksheets. We're going to have two worksheets and one quiz, and then your exit quiz, and then you're done. So your do now is highlight the correct choice. So you're going to read the question. So should middle school students be allowed to vote in the presidential elections? You will either highlight your choice. If your choice is yes, you will click on this, highlight. If your choice is no, you'll highlight this one. So this is what you're going to do for all the questions. Should parents who are not American citizens be allowed to vote in elections? You'll do the same thing. Highlight the correct choice. Should English and Spanish be the equal national languages? Yes or no? And then once you're done with this, you're going to move on to the second slide, which has two questions is, what are the names of two political parties in the United States and why do you think we have two? So you're going to have to answer this question. You can answer it so like this. The two political parties are Democrat and Republican. And then you want to answer the second part of the question. And if you guys want, you guys can change the color so I can know which one is the answer. You can put it to red, whatever it is that you guys like. It's up to you guys. I'm fine with anything. Doesn't matter. So once you guys are done answering this question, you can answer this one. Why do you think the United States felt the need for two political parties in our government? Once you're done with this, you guys are going to go into Brain Pop. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have forgot the username and password. So before we go into Brain Pop, I have the Brain Pop login right here. The Brain Pop login username is Applied Math. Applied Math. The password is school. Applied Math is the username. Password is the school. So you're going to do this. Let's go to the video. Please follow along with the worksheet that you guys saw. You will open up your Brain Pop. You will then open up the class worksheet because remember I told you guys there were two. So this worksheet will go with this Brain Pop. So you will open up the worksheet. Click on the worksheet. It takes you right to Google Classroom. You click on the link, the worksheet right here, and it brings you to this. And then it's the directions on the worksheet states directions. Fill in the date next to each of the following events. Write the year in which it happened. So question one says Thomas Jefferson elected president. So you will have to tell me when was he was. So right here you will write Thomas Jefferson, but you will write the year when he was elected. You don't even have to give me a complete sentence. You can just write the year. For this one too, George Washington elected the first president of the United States. You will give me the year. So right here you will type the year 19, whatever it was. First election under the two-party system, the year. All I'm looking for is the year, guys. Okay. Then once you're done with this, think about it. Do you think the two-party system is a good one? Explain why or why not. And right here, you will explain after watching the video, answering these questions. You can rewatch the videos many times if you want. You would give me a brief explanation, 2 to 3 sentences at most. I'm not looking for a paragraph, and I'll be fine. And the video will be located here. You will play the Brain Pop. And that's about it.
And in closing,
So now, once you completed this, you're gonna go on to the next slide, which is slide 6. Then you will have to answer this question: do you think your parents believe what Thomas Jefferson thought or what Alexander Hamilton thought? So you just give me a brief explanation, 2 to 3 sentences. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. You were telling me on which side do you think your parents would believe, Thomas Jefferson or Alexander Hamilton? Then you will go on to slide 7. It's the same thing. You click on the Brain Pop link. It's going to bring you to the Brain Pop. Open up the class worksheet because this is class worksheet 2. You will click on this. Same thing we did with the other one. And this one, you would just highlight the correct answers. Believes in limited governments. You're going to tell me which one is it. Which party believes in a limited government? Is it the Democrat Party? Is it the Republican Party? Independent voters. Democrat Party? The Republican Party? You're going to tell me which one is it. For the more liberal party, you're going to tell me which one is more liberal, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party. You can do the same thing. There's questions 1 through 10, and then there's a short response. It says, think about it. Think your ideas and beliefs are best represented by the Democratic Party, Republican Party, or neither. So then you explain why your ideas and beliefs are best represented in which party. If you're a Democrat, go for Democrat. If you're a Republican, go for Republican. If you're neither of the two, you still have to explain why. So, like I said, 2 to 3 sentences. Doesn't have to be a paragraph long. So, while you're watching this video, you have to answer those questions.
In conclusion, I'd like to point out that unlike my...
And then once you guys are done with that, you have to answer this question right here. It says, so why did we end up with these two parties? So right here, you're going to give me just one sentence of why you think we ended up with these two parties. Then you're going to move on. This is a brain pop quiz. So right here, you're going to click on this link. It's going to bring you right here to Classroom. You're going to click on this. And it's a multiple choice quiz, 1 through 10. It's pretty simple. What political party did George Washington belong to? And you're going to choices, highlight the choices, or you could delete all the other choices. It's up to you. It's whatever you guys want to do. But I need to know which one was your selection. Okay? So then once you're done with this pop quiz, you just have a couple questions that you need to answer. Now this big question. Which party do you think you would want to be a member of? Then you'll tell me which one. And then this one. Why do you think the two parties cannot always get along? Something very simple. And then your exit quiz. What do you think? Is the two-party system a good idea? And that's about it. Once you complete all of this work, this is all the work we have for today's lesson. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I am. And see you guys soon.